everybody, and welcome to another whirlwind episode of Dalton's Deductions. I am your host of the show, Dalton Blaine. This, of course, is the spinoff of my show, Everyday People. This is the show where I review everyday things from my everyday life, including but not limited to food, goods and services, music videos, movies, and all things in between. The show, my very first show, I did a review of beers at Bricktown Brewery in Fort Smith with my buddy Elliot. This time around, I'm going to do a little something different. This is going to cause a lot of controversy. This item I'm going to review caught a lot of flack on Facebook. Everybody thought they were an expert on it. Everybody got all up in arms about it. There was a fire sale. The apocalypse was on Facebook because of it, and wouldn't you know it, it all was because of a little stupid ass toy called a fidget spinner. A fidget fucking spinner. That's right, I have a fidget spinner in my hands, and I know what you're thinking. Oh my god, I can't believe you bought one of those, Dalton. What a waste of money. You're so stupid. Those things don't work. They don't help you concentrate. They don't help you do any of that crap. And I would honestly have to agree with you. It was a total waste of money. It wasn't as cool as it seemed when I bought it. I bought it at the very beginning, like right before all the stuff started coming out about it and all the scrutiny it got. That's when I got it. So it was like barely off of Kickstarter or whatever page it got started on. Now you can get them everywhere, and they're not made by the same company. I'm not sure how that works, but regardless, like I said, on the show you're not going to get anything specific or technical. There's no rhetoric. I just simply give you my essential redneck review of the item. So the fidget spinner. Let's talk about the fidget spinner for a minute. It's supposedly used for, and if I get this wrong, please don't berate me. I told you this wasn't going to be specific or technical, but it's supposed to be used to help, I guess maybe kids with like attention deficit disorder or ADHD, help them concentrate in class. And from what I understand, it's become a distraction in the classroom because every kid has one, which I could see that being an issue. What I don't understand is why everybody is losing their minds about it. And I think it's all due to social media. It's a toy, guys. It's a simple toy. It's like a ball and jacks. It's like it kind of reminds me of Pokemon cards. I mean, hell, we had those in class all the time when I was a kid. We were trading them on the playground. Were they a distraction? Yes, absolutely. But it was a toy, and it's a part of childhood. It's a part of growing up. You know, one of these days, the kids that had these fidget spinners are going to be our age, and they're going to be talking with their friends one night, drunk, smoking cigarettes on the front porch, and they're going to say, "Hey, did you have a fidget spinner?" "Oh, yeah, I remember fidget spinner. I had like 6 of those. I had a Batman one, a Spider-Man one," and it's just going to be a nostalgia piece. I don't know why everybody's losing their minds about it. It's really not that big a deal. If you ask me personally, if I had kids, I don't have kids, but if I did have kids, I would buy them one. If it saved me from having to buy them a $60 video game or a $50, I don't know, toy off the Lego aisle, then by all means, I'll buy you 3 fidget spinners, and you know, that can be your toy for the month or whatever. I think it was a great way for parents to save some money on the front end. But either way, the fidget spinner, I'm going to give you my review of it. I bought the fidget spinner by suggestion of a friend. He had one, and it was $12 on Amazon. Mine was called the Serenity Spinner. It's just all black. And I bought it because as a sales professional, I'm on the road a lot. That's a good portion of my job, is to be driving down the road from clinic to clinic. And some of my clinics are in towns that are 2 hours, 3 hours away. While I'm on the road, I listen to music sometimes. I listen to podcasts, and then, sometimes I'll grab a pen and I'll click a pen. I don't have a pen up here with me right now, but sometimes I'll reach around and I'll just mess with a pen, flick a pen, throw it around. Just something to keep me awake, something to keep me alert, and something to keep my mind engaged. So whenever I saw this, I thought, okay, what a great opportunity to have something in my hands at all time to keep me busy and to screw around with. All that I figured out about this thing is I can flick it like this, or I can grab these things, spin around like this. Look at that. I'm pretty much an expert. If there's a fidget spinner game, send me, and I'll get the gold medal, I guarantee it. Regardless, guys, it's really not that entertaining. I got it, I put it in my car, it stays in my car, and I might grab it once a month and screw with it for 2 minutes and then put it down. I'm not saying that it doesn't work, it just doesn't hold my attention personally. $12 I feel like was probably way too much money. I can buy one now for like less than $2 at a gas station on the counter. But regardless, it is what it is. It's a high quality fidget spinner. It's not one of those plastic crappy ones. There's really not much else I can say about the fidget spinner, so I guess I'll kind of wrap this up. The fidget spinner, I give it a score of a 5. I give it a 5. That's a pretty low score. I give it a 5 simply because it didn't do anything to kind of appease me, or it doesn't help me on the road. It doesn't do what I hoped it would do. I still click a pen, I still listen to music, I still listen to podcasts, I do everything I can to stay awake, and I do this the least out of all those things. I give it a 5 also because this is actually broken. It doesn't look broken, but a piece came off and I had to snap it back on. And I know there's a lot of pictures and stuff going around Facebook about kids like getting their fingers stuck in it and swallowing it, and like that's some more scrutiny that this is under. If you've got a problem with fidget spinners because they're a safety hazard, every toy is a safety hazard. Legos are a safety hazard. You just got to keep an eye on your kid, otherwise crap like that's going to happen. Again, I don't have kids, I'm not an expert. That's just my observation, my deduction, if you will. I give it a 5 also just because, like I said, the price point, I didn't really like it that much. And I know I'm on the tail end of the whole fidget spinner thing, but hopefully this is me stirring the pot a little bit. We'll get some more crap out of it. I love doing that. It's my favorite thing to do, in fact, because I think it's funny to watch people get all up in arms about a stupid-ass toy. There's way more important things in the world to worry about. Yeah, I guess I'm a little bit hypocritical because I'm sitting here doing a review of a fidget spinner. So this has been number 2, Dalton's Deductions. Like I said, I give the fidget spinner a 5. I appreciate you guys watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. I told you this was not going to be a technical specific thing, so I gave you my honest, essential redneck review of the fidget spinner. If you're out there and you're refusing to get your kid a fidget spinner, get off your high horse. It's a cheap toy, and it's going to bring your kid at least a day or a couple hours of joy, and you can buy it at any local gas station. They sell them at Walgreens. They sell them everywhere now. I've seen them at hardware stores. I've seen them all over the place. Really, really catching fire right now. And they make them now where they're like 2-prong, and they've got like superheroes on them and crap. You know what? Good for you kids. You've got a toy that's not an electronic. They're not staring at a screen. They're not going and playing a video game. They're playing with an actual toy. I find that refreshing and cool. So fidget spinners, I only give you a 5 my personal opinion because you didn't do anything for me. But for the kids, what am I trying to say here? You're fun and you're exciting, and you make them look cool to their other friends. So good for you, fidget spinner. Keep on doing your thing. I don't know how much longer you're going to last, but hopefully this helps revitalize you a little bit. This has been another episode of Dalton's Deductions. I will catch your asses next time. Have a good day. Remember to like, subscribe. Find me on Facebook and Instagram, just Everyday People. Everyday People with the number 1 as the L, because somebody else has the handle Everyday People. And if you're that person and I ever find you, I'm going to interview you for my show and ask you how come I can't have your handle. Anyway, you guys have a great day. Thanks for watching.